we just...
o'clock. No,
Yes.
don't clap yet.
No, we're applauding for Thursday.
Yeah.
Why can't we clap yet?
Well, we can. It's just, you know, we've got a lot to get to before Friday.
I know, but
Okay.
we can bring the mood up.
The mood is up.
The mood is up?
Yes.
Okay.
It is up. Thanks for joining us here.
We have brewing in that big old coffee maker for you.
Yeah, kids are just days away from heading into February break, so we are helping you check out some local activities and events to keep them entertained and having fun. We're going to be joined by Deb Ross from KidsOutandAbout.com for some ideas.
Yeah, and there is plenty to do this time of year. Then we are ditching the conversation and moving right into the commitment. We're going to be learning more about the candy that's looking to unite couples this Valentine's Day. This is interesting. That is coming up in What's Trending. I'm excited to hear about that.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I like when Ashley throws in little surprises like
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of fun.
All right. And then later, Christian Garzone is live this morning learning more about the nonprofit organization, the Cleft Rescue Unit. We'll take a look at their services, how they help support puppies with medical needs, and we're going to take a look at some of those dogs that are just so stinking cute. One
Baby
is cuter
June.
than the next.
Oh.
There was one, you missed it last segment, looked just like Snoopy.
Really?
Little baby Snoopy.
I thought you were going to say there was one you missed it last segment, looked just like you. Wouldn't be surprised. And then later, today is Galentine's Day. We're going to be exploring the origins of the holiday and how people around the world celebrate. Yeah, people around the world actually celebrate this holiday.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Why believe it or not?
Because it's rather new.
Yeah.
And it's totally American.
I've said it once, I've said it a million. Like to find something in life, something in the week, something in the month that gets them through it.
Well, and more power to them, because if you can't smile and laugh, then what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. All right, before all of that, we'll take a look at the forecast because we are expecting some colder temperatures headed our way. But Marty, at least right now, it's pretty mild out there.
Yeah, not bad for now. We're starting off above freezing, which is always a nice accomplishment for this time of day and this time of year especially. We're seeing some rain out there. A lot of that continues to lift up and through. We'll just see some occasional rain showers during the morning. Notice to the west, you head into portions of Orleans County and even Niagara County. You can see a little bit of mix try to work in there. But from Rochester eastward, and especially to the south, predominantly most areas are in the form of rain and will stay in that form through the early portion of the day. Now, longer term, what will happen is we're going to see this begin to change over. What's left of the rain moves out, and then what's left of the couple showers that are out there will change over to snow showers. Not expecting many of those around, but there will be a couple during the afternoon to be aware of. But falling through the 30s. We're near 40 now, but falling through the 30s. And then we just have to watch for some lake effect snow east into Wayne County overnight. Could see about a 3 to 6 inch range on accumulation through northern Wayne County. A very narrow band's going to play out. So most areas not seeing anything close to that, but just keep in mind northern Wayne County, northeastern Wayne County could see that range of accumulation going into tonight. But most areas, rain changing, just a couple isolated snow showers today, with temperatures just falling back through the 30s.
I feel like this is where we do need something. We say the same thing. Well, what are we going to do? Oh, it's winter. What do we expect? Spring will be here soon. We need something new. If you have a remark you would like us to try out.
I hate when people write in and they say, you're so negative.
Wham.com. And just say, this is for ARC Rochester.
Yeah.
And we'll read them. We'll go through the list right here live on air. We'll go through the whole list and determine the ones we like.
Yes, I like it.
Select the clean ones.
Yes.
You got to be kind about it.
Right.
Yes,
Please be kind.
absolutely. The
your wine.
bleeper button in the back isn't working right now, so.
Sure.
During the month of February, 13 Wham is celebrating Black History Month by sharing the contributions and advancements made in our community.
We certainly are. And the late Dr. Alice Holloway Young is known as becoming one of the first black teachers in the region. She was also the first black principal and vice principal within the Rochester City School District.
She joined Monroe Community College's board upon its founding in 1961 and also helped shape the direction of the school over the next 6 decades. Holloway Young is also credited as one of the first to believe in the benefit a community college would have in the Rochester area, breaking barriers and transforming access to education.
Keep up with our Black History highlights. You can find them daily posted on 13wham.com.
All right, a new segment for you this morning. Off the top, some stories that we're interested in this morning.
We are piquing our interest, and we're going to start with some science this morning. I want to introduce you all to a new friend that we will be tracking for probably the next several years. Right here on this big screen, you see him making his way. That is our friend 2024 YRA. This is an asteroid, a space rock that's approximately 130 to 330 feet across. So right around the size of a football field is what the scientists are saying about its size. Now, here's the catch. This thing has a 1 in 48 chance of actually hitting Earth. And that is actually up from just a couple of weeks ago. It's a roughly 2.1% chance, but that's 100 times larger than any other space rocks that are flying over our heads at thousands and thousands of miles an hour. So the big question is, when is it going to hit? Well, if it does hit Earth, you see it there, 2032, December 22nd is the date. That's a nice little animation just to show you the size. Now, it's not a planet killer. A planet killer is like what the dinosaurs experienced, where it wipes everything out. This would destroy a city, they're saying. Now, it will hit where it will hit, yes.
Could hit.
It could hit a very large swath. They're not 100% sure because, again, this is something you got to track, and there's a lot of math in all of it. But they're saying most of the United States would be in its path, Central America, Africa, and major portions of Asia and Europe. So it's really the entire globe that we're talking about here that this thing could hit. Now, the damage would be pretty catastrophic for wherever it hits. One of the big issues, though, is if it hits the ocean, we could see tsunamis that destroy coastlines.
Okay, that was my question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be a bit problematic. But again, this thing would have the strength, the blast power of Hiroshima times hundreds as it makes its way into the Earth's atmosphere. Do you guys remember in just a few years ago, 2022, I believe, 2013, there was that meteor over Russia that smashed windows and everything?
Yeah.
Think that multiplied by thousands if it were to come in contact with our atmosphere. That's just the sonic boom of it all, breaking the barrier, coming into Earth's atmosphere. So this is something we're going to be tracking for you. Don't fret. Don't hunker down in your shelter just yet, though if you have one, I would like a tour. I think that would be a fun little story.
He'd also like an invitation, I think.
And an invitation, maybe. Yes, we should probably go on a date together and see if we could spend eternity together. But yeah, mark the calendar, circle it in red. 2032, December 20th, up the time.
But the date, yes, December 23rd?
The date, December 22nd.
Man, that's going to be
2032.
Christmas?
One other thing to mention. It's currently on its way out again into orbit, so we're not going to be able to track it. We won't be able to see it again for 4 more years. 2028 is when it will be back in sight of one of our telescopes. Hubble, I believe, is the one that captured this. That's when we're going to be able to figure more stuff out, but they do have the DART mission, which hopefully can deflect it, blow it up, something like that, so it doesn't come in contact.
That was my other question.
But again, I got you covered. I got you covered, as long as you've got a bunker for me.
Okay. We have to move on now. My topic is maybe not so science-y.
Oh, it's okay.
It's something I'm excited about, though. A new horror movie that is getting a lot of attention online. It's coming out in just about a week. Friday will be 1 week until this comes out. Okay, so it's called The Monkey. It's based on the 1980 short story by Stephen King, which everybody who knows me knows that I just am so in love with Stephen King, and I think that he's the greatest ever. This is a look at the trailer. I would imagine that we're not allowed to play it, though, because of the swearing. Oh, this one is clean. Ashley, can we turn off the sound?
Just a little
Yeah.
teaser trailer
Just
there.
a little tiny one because there is a lot of swearing in this. Okay, so the movie stars Theo James, who you're a very big fan of, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's kind of...
I'm a fan of Theo James.
Well, I didn't really know much about him.
Okay.
Okay, so the premise of the story is these kids find the toy monkey in an attic, and then after they find it, they witness these horrific, unimaginable deaths from people around them. They have to get rid of the monkey, right? It's like any kind of possession horror movie you can imagine.
You send the rocks back to Hawaii.
Exactly. Yeah. You throw the doll in the trash, and then what happens?
Yep.
It comes back at some point.
Back in the rocking chair.
Yeah, exactly. So years later, apparently the boys are now men, and these deaths start happening to them again, and they realize the monkey is back. And chaos ensues, I would imagine. So plans for this actually started in 2007. It never came to fruition.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Huh.
Production started just a couple years ago. Things have been in the works since. And just on top of this, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 7.4 out of 10, which is good.
That is
good for Rotten
There have
Tomatoes.
on social media, there have been people who have seen screeners of this movie and have only good things to.
Destined to become a midnight classic, hilarious, high energy, and drenched in gallons of gore and viscera. Multiple contenders for Kill of the Year. This one's for the sickos.
Whoa, that's got Abby written all over it.
Yeah.
Among blood-soaked. Ooh.
A blast from start to finish with some of the gnarliest, most creative and outrageous kills in years. Darkly comedic, creepy, and full of Osgood Perkins' signature strangeness. Theo James gives a terrific dual performance for the sickos. Again, I had no idea that that was a phrase that was used so often. Sicko.
What? Sicko?
Sicko, yeah. Twice in a row.
I feel like it has come back around because I think when you refer to someone as a sicko, you kind of insinuate, you used to be insinuating something else, but I think now it's for horror films.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Listen, I am too.
You are?
I want to see this one. I do.
Really?
I do.
Why?
Because I'm brave now.
After your birthday.
After my birthday, I became brave, people. I finally grew up.
Would you go see it in the theaters with me on Friday?
I won't be here.
Oh, that's right. Okay, when you get back?
Do you want to go again? You would see it again?
I would see it again.
Yeah, I'll go
I
see it in the
imagine.
theaters.
I have done that before. Well,
Yeah,
I'll see some.
100%.
I saw the Purge, the third Purge, 4 times in theaters.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was good.
You are a sicko.
And that's a fact.
Yes. Hey, stick around. We have got a lot more to get to here on Arc Rochester. I liked this little segment. This was
I did
kind
too.
of
This
fun.
was new and fun. I liked
Yes,
it.
we'll do this
Ashley.
again. A lot when we come back, including we're checking back in with Christian Garzone, who is live this morning with Cleft Rescue Unit.
Yeah, and don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. Stream us live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. Arc Rochester is back right after this.
Welcome back. This morning we're highlighting one local organization that's caring for puppies with specific health needs and looking for some loving families to take them in.
Yeah, the Cleft Rescue Unit has assembled just for us this morning to introduce us to some of their animals. And Christian Garzone is live with them this morning. Christian, that is a baby.
Who's
right
that other
there.
one?
Eyes aren't even open.
It is. This is a baby. And Lindsay, what's the baby's name here?
This is Benson.
And Benson has a severe cleft. Can you show the
sure
audiences
can.
real quick that if we can get her to open
He
up?
sometimes doesn't like opening his mouth, but do you see how wide that cleft is? I'm sorry, baby.
Oh, poor
On the
Benson.
left-hand side. So we occasionally will have puppies that we feel would best thrive with a cleft repair. It is very rare. The majority of our puppies, almost all of these puppies that we get, I would say maybe 1 out of 100 needs their cleft repaired because they will not have a very full quality of life. So that being said, when that is the case, we reach out to our wonderful surgeons that really allow us to continue our rescue in order to, repair these puppies that don't do well transitioning to kibble, don't do well drinking water on their own. And we will reach out to Dr. Clint Morrison and Dr. Bruce Ingersoll and Dr. Aaron Shope.
What a team here. This is a wonderful the holy trinity of this this specialty. Sir, doctor, you see these kinds of things often or not when they come in?
You know, I'd say in an average year, we probably fix somewhere between 4 and 6 in here in Rochester.
And when at Cleft, like they have challenges like Lindsay was saying, chewing, digesting food, taking food in. Is that usually what it's all about?
Yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, this is a collaboration with Lindsay and with our veterinary colleagues like Dr. Bruce here to help make those decisions around which dogs will benefit from repair. It's been a really awesome collaboration because as someone who has expertise in the human population and taking care of clefts as a plastic surgeon, I have the opportunity to work with Dr. Bruce here and his team who can help keep the dog safe during surgery and use their expertise to get the dog safely through the entire process. And so it's become a really fantastic way to give these dogs the best outcomes that we can. And it's been a really cool way for us to get to work together and sort of build these community relationships.
And Dr. Bruce, you're fresh off emergency surgery, are you not?
Yeah, this morning I had to go into the new emergency hospital and do a surgery before I came here.
And you specialize in canines, correct? Or am I?
Cats and dogs, yeah. So that's where I do most of my work.
So once something, and we're talking about clefts pretty heavy, once something like that is sealed up, that is like not a free pass. How do I put it? They're healed. They can eat. They can take in food. They can live a normal life. Correct?
Exactly. So and like Lindsay was saying, some of them are relatively small, and we don't have to worry about them too much. But when they're bigger, they can have all kinds of respiratory issues, etc. with them, swallowing issues when they get older, instead of being like tube fed that these guys do. So it just really improves the quality of their life and decreases the chances of them having some pretty significant emergency.
Yeah, and Jen, we talked about this one. What's her name?
She doesn't have a name yet.
No
So
name.
that is part of our excitement today. We are running a naming contest because we did just take this puppy a couple of days ago.
Our ARC poll of the day. What's the name? What's the name?
Right, so we have a naming contest running on our Facebook at Cleft Rescue Unit and on our Instagram. Any donation in her name, and you can select a name, and we're going to pick it out of a hat. We haven't had enough name choices yet, but when we do, we'll pick it out. I want to just reiterate that Dr. Clint Morrison and Dr. Aaron Shope are human surgeons, and they are doing this above and beyond their regular job. This is completely volunteer on their part and
pro bono.
Yes, and they donate their time and their expertise, and we are incredibly selective, obviously, with that as they change children's lives daily.
Aaron, what's it feel like when you're able to do this sort of work, volunteer for free? That's got to be rewarding for you as well.
Yes, it's really, really rewarding to work beyond our human population as well, and to help make connections between our patients who are human and our puppy patients as well. But really, it's our plastic surgeons who do the bulk of the work. But hopefully these puppies don't need much dental work, which is my expertise.
Oh, right. So, it's all important work. It's all important. It's all part of the being well and everything. Well, what a wonderful group of doctors and foster parents here and dogs. What an important mission. We got to go to commercial break right now, but I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Oh my gosh,
I can't
Christian.
even get over it.
Can you, if you can, put a couple of these pups in your pocket?
Yeah.
And just bring them back for us because
They're telling me to put pups in my pockets for them. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate it. Time right now, 8:22. When we come back, we are bringing you some of the top local, national, and international headlines that we're following.
Your Arc Rochester news break up next.
Good Thursday morning. I'm Abby Fridman. Here's your Arc Rochester news break. New this morning, Rochester police tell us 2 juveniles were taken into custody overnight after some car windows were smashed and a chase followed. They say several car windows had been broken on Vassar and Thayer streets in the Park Avenue neighborhood. Soon thereafter, they spotted a suspect vehicle which drove directly at a police sergeant's car, almost hitting it head on. A chase followed and then ended on South Clinton Avenue when the suspect car hit an unoccupied parked car. The 2 juveniles were then taken into custody. This morning, Collins Correctional Facility, just south of Buffalo, remains on lockdown as officers conduct a risk. Prison officials say the lockdown stems from an incident when officers used force on an inmate who was allegedly trying to dispose of contraband. That situation yesterday escalated as other incarcerated individuals in the same dorm tried to intervene, prompting staff to de-escalate that conflict. According to the Department of Corrections, staff exited 3 dorms without incident and no hostages were taken. One corrections officer we spoke with says he thinks staffing shortages played a big role in the incident.
These members need to be at high alert. You know, you're dealing with murderers and rapists every single day, and the ability of something, the possibility of something happening, especially in a situation like this, you have to be able to think on your feet, and it's dire and immediate.
Prison officials say one officer has a minor injury. The longtime girlfriend of Brittany Drexel's killer is set to be sentenced today after admitting she lied to the FBI about her whereabouts the night of the Chi-Li teen's murder. Investigators say Angel Voss initially told police she was driving home to grab keys while Raymond Moody raped and killed Drexel in April 2009. She later claimed Drexel voluntarily joined them to use drugs. Moody, who confessed to Drexel's rape and murder in May 2022, detailed the events of that night. Voss pleaded guilty in September to 3 counts of lying to federal agents. Moody is currently serving a life sentence. In national news today is the day President Trump says he will sign reciprocal tariffs, which could impact every country. The president wants to match tariffs other countries impose on U.S. goods. That announcement comes just one day after a report came out showing inflation rose 3% year over year last month. His administration says it does have a plan to decrease inflation. It says it wants to lower interest rates. However, many economists say his tariff plans would push costs in the opposite direction. A federal judge has given the green light to President Trump's deferred resignation program. It's a controversial initiative many critics call government buyouts. So far, 75,000 federal employees have agreed to quit now but continue receiving pay through September. The program had been temporarily blocked after labor unions filed a lawsuit arguing it was unfair to workers. However, last night, a Boston-based federal judge ruled the unions lack legal standing to challenge it, clearing the way for the program to move forward. For these top stories and new developments, visit 13wham.com. Stick around. Arc Rochester is back right after this.
This Thursday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Fridman. We'll kick things off this half hour. So let's get to meteorologist Marty Snyder, who's tracking it out for us. And Marty, we're seeing some rain out there this morning.
That's it. Yeah, starting off with some rain and above freezing temperatures. So that melting process is beginning. Not going to last all that long. We're going to see temperatures drop down below freezing today. And also what's left of that rain, that's going to taper off. And what's left will be just a couple snow showers here and there. Likely not too many of those to go around. The bulk of what we're going to see is going to be rain and for the initial part of the day, and then a lot of that just tapers off. Turning breezy as well. Now temperatures today, they'll gradually drop. It's not going to be a fast decline in numbers, but we will be on a downward trend today. After starting off well into the 30s, even near 40 in a few places, we'll slide back to about 35 at noon and probably somewhere close to 30 as we head towards 4 p.m. Now, we have been seeing those showers pass through. We're seeing some breaks here and there and some of that rain, but predominantly the main precipitation type is in the form of rain right now. But again, as that colder air begins to set up, that is going to start to flip at least a few places over to snow showers versus the rain showers that we have been seeing. And you can see the cutoff line of that precipitation just off to our west. That's going to swing through, and I think that's going to cause the end of the bulk of the precipitation. But during the afternoon, a couple little stray showers are a possibility, but mainly just snow showers. Then we're starting off off with the cloud cover holding on pretty well. And I think that's going to be the theme for a lot of the day today. So there have been some recent days where we've kept some cloud cover around, but then I've seen some thin spots in the clouds today. I think clouds are going to win out pretty well for a lot of the day, and they're doing so up to this point. Right now, 40 degrees. So again, mild start to the day. We're pretty much at the peak for temperatures for the entire day. From here on out, we either hold close to where we are right now, could gain or lose a degree or two in the next couple hours, but then beyond that, I think we're just going to see these numbers slide down. Mostly starting off near 40 or in the 30s. Couple places in the south just a little bit cooler, but in general, just a very mild start to the day. And it's going to be a day where what's left of the precipitation, that moves out of the picture, being replaced with a couple snow showers, just a few here and there, really not too many to go around during today. But we have to watch this one lake effect band going into tonight, especially into portions of northern Wayne County, northeastern Wayne County, getting into a focus for that. And maybe one of those cases where that band sets up over one very small area for a pretty good amount of time and could cause a lot more accumulation for some areas than others. And it's mainly going to be this one corridor to the east. Watch as this fills in going through the overnight into early tomorrow, or it could be a story where by early tomorrow morning, some areas along that line see about a 3 to 6 inch range on accumulation. Most areas an inch or less. It's going to be very minimal, but that one area to the east may be a bit different. 41 today, down to about 18 tonight. So a big cool down as we head into tonight. And then we just kind of get stuck there tomorrow. 24 for that high. At least a couple snow showers a possibility then as well. Only 34 to Saturday. Have to watch another system. It'll pass by from late Saturday into Sunday. That could cause some widespread snow accumulation. So that one's going to bear monitoring through that time frame. And then we settle out in the teens for highs and single digits for lows into Monday and Tuesday. So after everything plays out, we just see a lot of that colder air set back up across the area for the longer term.
Yeah, you know, we're getting
well
Sitting
put.
here in silence.
Yes.
You know.
That's what Mom said.
Yeah.
Right?
If you can't say anything nice, right?
Yes.
It's certainly not ideal.
To be
Almost
expected.
exactly the middle of February, and it's all right.
It is. Listen, I feel like we go through this every year.
Every year.
Right? Every year we struggle. We struggle with things to come up with after a forecast like that.
Yeah.
We struggle to live with a forecast like that.
Yeah.
We struggle because the days are short and the nights are long and there's not as much sunlight, and you know, we get
Sounds
through
like a
it.
song from the 70s.
Yeah,
I
are
think.
you okay? You sound like you're like going through something.
Having a breakdown this morning. No,
But I think what really made it worse, some places have seen that snow just kind of stack up, and it's not been a huge amount, but it's just been that over and over and over again. That's a little bit different than how it usually plays out.
You know, I feel so bad right now for anybody that is working for the USPS or the UPS.
Yeah.
or
Oh,
Amazon.
yeah.
The sidewalks, driveways, so slick, and it's
Yeah.
no matter how hard you chip away at it or the salt you put down or whatever, there are little patches where your feet just can go right
some
out
of them
from
I've
under you.
noticed wear those like cleats, like treads
Yeah.
on their shoes.
And that's what I did this past weekend. I think I told you I threw down that 150 pounds
Yeah.
of rock salt
Yeah.
on I had my reserve that I depleted, just like the town highway departments. But I put those, the cleats on, went out there and did that. Didn't do a thing. I should have stayed inside and just took a
Yeah.
2-hour nap.
Nap by the fireplace.
But,
just like the 1,000 winters after this one, we're gonna get through it.
We'll
Yeah.
get through it somehow.
You know,
Yeah, right.
all the
Winters-
complaining.
Days are
does
numbered.
nothing.
Yeah.
We'll
Yes.
get through it, but yeah, a
Days are
couple.
long.
You hear that, Mother Nature? Your days are numbered, lady.
All right. Marty, thank you.
Sure.
Time right now is 8:36. When we come back, we are going to check back in with Christian Garzone. He is hanging out with some puppies this morning.
This is like the nicest gig you could get. Hey, don't forget, if you're headed for the door, take us with you. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. Arc Rochester is back after this.
on 840. Welcome back. An animal rescue unit is working specifically with dogs with cleft palates, caring for them while searching for the perfect family to pair them with.
They certainly are. They came together specifically for us this morning to show us a little more about what they do. Christian Garzone is live with the group and with the pups this morning. Christian, how's it going?
Hey, good morning, guys. Here with Lindsay Weissman, who really is I think the head of this organization in many respects, the head honcho, at least in this room. This is your house, actually. These dogs have these cleft issues and other issues as well. Right. What are the prospects for these dogs if they don't get treatment?
So the reason I started our rescue, founded it in April 23, was because spreading awareness about special needs rescue is very important to me. Oftentimes, puppies with cleft palates, cleft lips, or any special needs are recommended to be euthanized. So with our rescue, we try to give every puppy a chance. Primarily, we take cleft lip and cleft palate, but we will take every disability. We take swimmer syndrome, cerebellar hypoplasia, we take hydrocephalus. There's a bunch of different, special needs that we will accept to try to give them the best shot that they can.
Otherwise, they could be...
Frequently, vets and breeders and shelters often kind of turn to euthanasia because they aren't sure how to treat specific special needs, and they really don't have someone out there who's trained to treat special needs. So now, with our rescue, we're hoping to spread the awareness and have people call us whenever they have a special needs puppy, and we'll give it our all. We have fantastic vets. Kathy is actually one of the vets that we get in with. She works at Storybook Farm. Jen works over at York Animal Hospital. They treat special needs for us anytime, they get us in immediately. But
and they come from all over the country, some of these
They
dogs.
come from all over the country. Our puppies, we use Underbone Railroad, which is
the Underbone Railroad.
A transport network. My foster in Ohio, Linda Skonieczny. I can't say her name, I'm sorry, Linda.
That sounds really Eastern European.
It's very hard to say. Skonieczny, I think. She is the one that always, she will hold our puppies in Ohio for us every single time. But we get these puppies on this transport network. I have my dream team of drivers, I call them. 5 drivers. They drive for me every single week. They bring leg to leg to leg. This is one of our puppies that is tube fed. We have to feed him around the clock, similar to all of our babies that are in here.
Show us how that works,
We have Vinny, we have Harley. All of these puppies have been fed every 2 to 3 hours around the clock.
That's a constant feeding.
It is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like me.
It's a passion. It's definitely a passion. So with Benson, the way that you would tube feed, and I'm going to show you this, and I want you to understand this does not hurt the puppy. They cannot eat otherwise. Their cleft prevents them from naturally nursing on their mom, which is why we take them so early. We do not want them to be away from their moms. Yeah. This is how we do it. We get the puppy, we put them right on the scale. So we see that this puppy weighs around 10.9 ounces.
Wow.
The way that you measure is we have a tube. You put the tube at the very end of the mouth. You pass the ribs where it gets a little mushy, and then you mark it. I don't have a pen on me, but I do know the number is going to be 14. I now know that the puppy weighed around 10 ounces. So I have my formula already warmed up. I'm going to put in around 10 cc's in my tube. I screw it on so that it doesn't come off. And then I hold the puppy. I dip it in a little bit so that we get the puppy to think that they're nursing.
Of course.
And then I open the mouth, and you'll see the legs start going. We call it happy feet. And the puppy swallows the tube. There's no pain. It's just like if you were swallowing food. They don't know any different. I hold it, and I slowly depress the formula through the tube right into the puppy's tummy. See how the little feet go? It almost feels like they're nursing. I pinch the tube, pull it right out. Puppy's been fed.
He's a full belly right now.
Full belly baby, yes.
And we're also talking about some funding here for heart surgery, things like that, for our no-name friend over here, right?
Yes, so we run our rescue special needs division of New to You Rescue. Yeah. It is called Cleft Rescue Unit, but we run it with New to You Rescue as the parent organization. We did just take a puppy who does not have a cleft, but has a grade 5 heart murmur. This puppy is most likely going to need heart surgery and definitely specialty care. So that is exceptionally expensive.
How can people help with the
So
cost?
we have a PayPal on our website. It's crewrescue.com. We have a Facebook page, Cleft Rescue Unit. We have an Instagram, Crew Rescue, and we love any sort of donation whatsoever. Every donation right now is going to go specifically towards her care. But we do have a naming contest that we're running where she is any name, any donation can be a name suggestion, and we're going to pull the names out of the hat at the end and decide what her name's going to be. And all of your naming suggestions will go directly towards her cardiac care.
And you need help with volunteers, things like that as well.
Right, so we can always use transport networks. If anyone ever has a group at their school or wants to run a fundraiser, we will bring our puppies anytime. We really love getting involved in the community. You know, we love primarily working with children who are cleft affected and craniofacial organizations around the country. We've traveled to Vanderbilt, Monroe Carroll Junior Hospital and worked with their craniofacial team. We've traveled to New York City. We work with Smile Train. We work with My Face. So all of these events are really just allowing us to work with other organizations.
Thank you so much, ladies, for the time today. I really appreciate it. A very important cause. Again, that website for folks.
The website is crewrescue.com, but I would say the majority of our stories are on our Facebook page, which is Cleft Rescue Unit.
Excellent. I've not hit my head on this chandelier once all day, but I'm going to step aside. Did hit my head. Back to you guys in the studio.
Christian, do me a favor. I want you to ask, because I'm intrigued, how many puppies are typically in that house on any given Thursday?
Yeah. How many puppies are in this house on any given Thursday, Lindsay?
Well, we have an incredible team. I could not do this without our team. Every one of our fosters has puppies in their own homes. But I would say in our house, we usually have anywhere between 2 to 4 puppies, and all the fosters probably have around two puppies at a time. We try to give them individual attention and pair them with similar aged puppies.
And it's a constant stream, right?
It is a constant stream. We get calls weekly.
A little play on words, are constant stream. A little wee-wee accident earlier.
She's on Lasix for her heart, so she didn't mean to do that. But
no, it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, that happens quite a bit, though.
To that around here.
Yeah,
Christian Garzone, thank you
Well,
so much.
yes.
We really appreciate it. I'd never leave the house, Abigail.
Nope,
never leave the house.
Time right now, 8:46. When we come back, we're giving you a look at how you can get the whole family out and about this February.
Stick around. ARC Rochester is back after this. .49 this Thursday. Winter break starts this weekend, and for the following week, kids will be out of school and looking for something to do.
Yeah, this morning we're giving you some ideas on ways to get the whole family out and about. We're joined now with we have Deb Ross here from KidsOutandAbout.com. Deb, you brought your packet.
I did, of course. I mean, and this is like, we'll scratch the surface, but of course you know that Rochester knows what to do during February, right? That we well practiced at this. We kind of have to bring the sunshine in artificially, right? Because this is, you go, and if you think, you know, you feel trapped in those four walls, generally, now you're trapped in there with your children for this whole upcoming week. So, so what to do? Well, let's actually start with a little bit of spring. Go to the George Eastman Museum. If you have not been there recently, this is your week because it is in bloom. We've got the annual sweet reminder that spring will actually happen, and you've got thousands of tulips and hyacinths and daffodils and amaryllis. They fill the mansion all the way up through the end of winter break, which is February 23rd, the end of next week. Okay,
gorgeous.
I mean, really, it gives you hope. I go every year, and your kids can go to the Discovery Room. They can take a bulb kit home. Like, it's very interactive here. It's just, it literally revives you. If you've been looking for sunshine and you can't see it outside, definitely
it's
see
such a
it
mood booster.
here inside.
It smells great too.
It smells so good. Like, this is the best smelling place in Rochester this month, no question about it. Now, for February break, of course, the museums have their different themes. The Rochester Museum and Science Center has its Build It Week. Okay, so this is for budding engineers and potential budding engineers, or anybody who just likes to get their hands on building stuff. And by the way, you get to make that mess there at the RMSC and not in your home, because man, Legos hurt when you step on them. And the Strong Museum has Scooby-Doo Week. So Scooby-Doo Week is not just for the kids. I mean, I grew up Saturday morning watching the cartoon myself, and so like I've got this sort of deep personal connection. So we Generation Xers, you should you come on out to Scooby-Doo at the Strong Museum.
Generation X?
I'm Generation X.
Zoinks.
Ooh, love what you did there. Now, if you need some active, suppose you love your ice, but you love your ice inside, you can head over to the Tim Hortons Iceplex. They've got public skating, and it's nice and safe, and it's not like the driveway is right now, right? This is skating for you. They've got public skating all week, special hours for winter break. And it's great memories again, and you're safe, and you know, you can just get out there with your kids if you can, but even if you're watching them, you have a good time too. And not to forget, it is Free Youth February at the Seneca Park Zoo. So this, of course, is the majority outside, but for every paying adult, you can have a free. And they've got plenty of inside and outside as well, but yeah, I mean, we can see, like, you know, fonder times there with the lion when it was nice. But like, no, really, the animals are active in much more active in the winter than they are necessarily in the summer, escaping the heat. Okay, now what happens if you need to either maybe take a winter break from your kids during winter break, or if you need to work, right? We got plenty of opportunities for all kinds of winter break camps throughout the week, and you can still sign your kids up. So we've got
45
active
seconds,
camps.
Deb.
Soccer camp, Rock Ventures climbing camp. We've got Lollipop Farm February break camp for animal lovers learning to take care of animals. School break day camp at Bach to Rock, where you're learning music and you can dance at the Hochstein School. Big, fat, messy art camp at the Art Stop in Penfield. And to get them really seriously out in the wilderness, out and about, Mountain High Adventure Camp. You're spending all day outside, shaking out the sillies, then you come home and sleep.
There is so much to do all the time.
yes.
Give them the website, and then for moms and dads, that website.
That's it. KidsOutandAbout.com is for everything for your family. And we have a sister site for those who want a little special without kids, BeyondTheNest.com. Sign up for our weekly newsletter. You'll never be out of the know.
Good stuff. Deb Ross, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All of that will go over on FoxRochester.com.
Don't go anywhere. A lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour.
We're back after this.
Thursday morning, I'm Dan Schrack, and this is your ARC Rochester news break. A local advocacy group is speaking out against RG&E, accusing the utility company of increasing shutoffs for customers behind on their bills. Metro Justice held a rally on the steps of City Hall last evening, calling for greater accountability. One woman at the rally claimed her power was cut over a disputed $6,000 bill from a previous apartment. RG&E declined to comment on specific customer accounts, but says it makes multiple attempts to work with customers before disconnecting service.
But if you're a month behind, those are not the customers that we're looking to terminate. We want you to call us. We want you to make an arrangement.
We're tired of RG&E's reckless and predatory practices, and we need our leaders to stand up and act.
Metro Justice renewed its push for a public utility study, a proposal that failed in the Monroe County Legislature last year. Governor Kathy Hochul is taking a rain check, canceling her lunch with President Donald Trump today after an attorney enforcement pointing to a state law that blocks authorities from sharing motor vehicle data with immigration agencies. She says it's unconstitutional.
New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens. It stops today.
Governor Hochul isn't backing down, calling the lawsuit politically motivated. She says the Justice Department's involvement is nothing more than a routine civil action, and then she points out that this has already been upheld in courts multiple times. In a statement, Hochul said in part, current laws allow federal immigration officials to access any DMV database with a judicial warrant. That's a common sense approach that most New Yorkers support, adding, there's no way I'm letting federal agents or Elon Musk's shadowy Doge operation get unfettered access to the personal data of any New Yorker in the DMV system, like 16-year-old kids learning to drive and other vulnerable people. Attorney General Tish James says she's and for all these stories and any new developments, head over to our website, 13wham.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester returns right after this.
On this Thursday morning. It's Friday Eve.
It is.
It's February 13th. Thanks for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We still have another hour to get through right here on ARC Rochester. So let's start this hour off with a check at what is trending now.
Let's get right in With a sad story for all the craftsy people out there. Joann Fabrics and Crafts closing about 500 stores across the country, including some here locally.
Yeah, the company originally filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in March of last year. They were able to become a private company and keep all of its stores open. However, that didn't last.
Yeah, the retailer releasing a statement yesterday. They're filing for a second time. Joann said inventory issues were the leading cause of this filing.
Now, the company claims they are looking to right-size its store footprint. Currently, they have roughly 850 locations across the U.S.
49 states will be affected, including New York State. The Rochester region is one of those areas. The Joann stores on West Henrietta Road, Westridge Road, and on State Road will all be closing.
Now, it's not known when they will close their doors. Joann Fabric, I remember going in there.
I have gone in recently.
Yeah?
Yes.
I specifically for school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for projects. Great place to get your folding cardboard, your styrofoam balls for the science projects, all of that kind of stuff. Your paints, your stuff to make T-shirts at summer camp, all of that.
That and Party City, I'm devastated. I really am.
I don't know how you're going to make it.
Those are two places I frequent often.
And it's disappointing.
It is. When I bought those vintage chairs that I was going to redo, do you remember this from about a year ago? I was there several times trying to figure out how I was going to take on this behemoth of a project. It never ended up happening. I feel partially responsible.
Maybe it's your fault they're closing.
It very well could be.
I do wonder, though, where people are going to, because Joann Fabrics, it's in the name, the fabrics. Where are people going to, where do you acquire textiles like that these days? Do you just have to buy it all online now?
I guess. I think so, right?
That's unfortunate because, listen, there are a lot of people out there who they got to feel it.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I can't think of a place that offers anything to that extent.
Michael's, I guess, does.
But not as.
But yeah.
I mean,
I don't think
rows and rows and rows.
Yeah. You needed a fabric with a specific pattern that you dreamt of at one point, in high school. And why was I dreaming of specific patterns in high school?
That's on you. I have no idea.
Really is on me. But they have it.
Yeah.
They have a duck reading a book.
Yeah.
They would have that fabric there.
They also have really good home decor stuff. Little jars, little dishes, towels, seasonal stuff.
If you think it, you could create it at this store.
Definitely. I
For
think
sure.
I own all of these.
I think we both like this store enough that if it were in our care, maybe these problems would go away.
Well, we were saying the other day that we should get a franchise.
We should. Joann.
It's too late.
We know she watches. Joann.
Big fan.
Give us a call. We can help you out.
We'll solve the problem.
We will solve this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Costumes every day, all day.
Every day.
Yes.
I'd make my own clothes if I could.
And there you can. You know what I mean?
Well, not anymore.
Not right now. No, I know.
Sorry.
We'll keep you posted, though, on when those closures are happening. I wonder if they'll have any sort of going out of business sale for those specific locations. But yeah, kind of sad.
Very sad.
All right, Starbucks may soon be putting a cap on how many people in the office can order ahead. Yeah, the coffee chain is making changes to its mobile ordering system. A lot of people aren't going to like this.
Yeah, it makes sense, though. The company says they've reduced the maximum number of items that customers can order from 15 to 12.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
The company says the change comes in order to speed up service. There will also be limitations on how picky customers can be. Okay, I'm fine with it.
The mobile app will no longer have certain specifications, like add a splash of milk or lemonade.
In light of the news, baristas on social media are sharing their mobile order horror stories. Are we going to see them?
This time, somebody ordered 35 drinks on 5 separate back-to-back orders.
That's a little nuts. That's a little nutty.
And a little inconsiderate.
I saw a video recently of someone at a different coffee chain preparing a coffee for someone coming through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. It was something like 35 sugars, 2 pumps of hazelnut, 1 pump of caramel, 1 Splenda.
You gotta chew your coffee at that point.
Well, they start to put this stuff in, and they've got like this industrial spoon that they're trying to make the. Come on, people.
Yeah. I think,
what happened to just coffee black?
Yeah. I think that coffee runs are super nice, right?
Sure.
I'm going to Starbucks. Does anybody want anything? I think that is not the opportunity to say, yes, here's my exact specific order, and it has 15 rules. It's like, just pick something simple.
A venti soy vanilla chai latte.
Extra foam, no
Extra
whip.
foam, no
Yeah.
whip, 2 sleeves, no cup.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
No cup.
No cup. I got it.
No cup.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Not to a remarkable story. It's being described as the miracle on 34th Street. That already happened.
It did. A 25-year-old woman gave birth on a New York City subway yesterday morning. Listen, I'm telling you, the subways are the crazy. You can see it on a subway.
Went into labor on the train, and passengers notified the conductor, who stopped the train at the 34th Street Herald Square subway station.
NYPD officers and EMS first responders all came to that car and helped assist her in giving birth. Nice blurry images here. Reported to the hospital, both in good health.
As of this morning, the name of the baby is unknown. However, some of the helping hands have nicknamed the newborn baby Baby W, since she was born on the W train.
I say you go Harold.
Oh,
Herald
she's
Square.
a girl, though.
Oh, why? Who cares?
Okay.
Harry.
Yeah, Harriet.
Harriet. Yeah, that could be cool. Why not? Harriet the Spy. The president of the NYC Transit said this is another example of New Yorkers coming together to help each other, reflecting the best of the subway community and the city. That's nice.
That's a crazy story.
I got a crazier story I got to tell you off air sometime.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was, had some family come and visit me. I lived there for several years.
In New York?
Family came and visited me, and what we saw on the subway, it was their first time on the subway.
Oh, no.
We left and had to go to a different car. It's back. All right.
Oh, my goodness. The boy band returning to the stage and celebrating the 25th anniversary of their hit album, Millennium. Does that make you feel old?
It does. Of course, that album contained hit songs like That Makes You Larger Than Life. Right?
That was beautiful.
Wasn't it?
Wow.
And it's Gotta Be You. Oh, I thought It's Gonna Be Me. Celebration with a 9-date headlining residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas. I want to go to the Sphere just to see the Sphere.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. No, that's not going to do it for me.
The show is called Into the Millennium, and it runs between July 11th and July 27th. The band announcing the dates by recreating their album cover.
Oh, they did? Tickets go on sale Friday, February 21st, so next Friday, but pre-sale starts early next week. I wonder if it'll sell out.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah?
I think that the fans of the Backstreet Boys are really, really big fans. Like, there is no sort of fan.
That's true.
I could be wrong, but...
No, you're probably right, though. All right, a story here that we teased a little earlier this morning. Oh, right, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
One candy brand is pressuring you to settle down this Valentine's Day.
Whoa, the candy brand Sweethearts releasing Commitment Hearts.
Oh,
You get it?
Yes.
Okay.
The iconic and OG Valentine's Day candy, known for those classic conversation starters, those heart candies with phrases like, be mine, date night, and kiss me.
The new Commitment Hearts are advertised as meaning what they say. Phrases like move in, marry me, and forever ever are printed on the candies.
What is forever ever?
Like forever ever. Forever, forever ever.
No,
No?
no.
What is that? Oh, okay.
Sorry. Using AI technology, consumers can scan actual sweetheart candies by using their website.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so once scanning couples will be able to access moving trucks, marriage licenses, and even heart-shaped headstones for lovers who want something really concrete.
I don't get it. They're selling me these things when I scan the candy? All you have to do is look for boxes or bags branded commitment hearts.
If my husband's still watching, I kind of dig the gravestones. I wouldn't be mad about it. We're going to have to do it at some point.
Do you have your plots all picked out?
No.
No?
I don't know what we're doing, where we're going to be.
Last year, the brand also released limited edition situationship hearts with messages that include blurry messages to mimic hard-to-read relationships. Now, that is a good idea.
What is it?
I think it's
True love.
yeah, I think it's only you,
Only you.
but we don't really know because it's a little messy.
A little messy?
Yeah, it's a little blurry.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like, you don't really know what some...
Yeah,
like,
that's how
you know.
most of mine have been. A little messy, a little blurry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
All right, our final story now, because it's not just humans that are getting ready for Valentine's Day.
What is this? All right, in Nebraska...
Wow. Okay, according to a Nebraska mother, she left the cake outside on a table in the backyard because she had no room in the fridge. Okay, I feel like a lot of people do this kind of stuff. No, you leave something out on the deck, leave it on the deck. It's cold enough. It'll be fine.
No.
Never? Okay.
No.
I did.
Okay. Yeah, the cheesecake.
Yeah.
The cheesecake.
Yeah.
All right. Well, either way, about an hour later, the Nebraska mom says her son went outside to get the cake and found the rodent curled up on their patio furniture covered in chocolate.
Oh, that little
had a
guy.
bellyache.
Yeah, she says the cake was about 3/4 gone. The opossum was not moving and appeared to be panting, so she immediately called animal control, where they took the animal to the vet.
With a little bit of treatment, the chocoholic was stabilized and then returned to the wild.
Opossums?
I love opossums. Well, I accidentally hit those two
Ooh,
on my first day.
I know.
We've come full
I know.
circle from the morning.
This would be a perfect point to show that video that I showed you guys, I don't know, right before Christmas, about that uncle who actually got his, they asked for an opossum for Christmas. He shows up at the house and he grabs it by the tail and pulls out this live possum.
Yeah.
And it's wiggling all around. It's just hysterical. That's the kind of family I belong to.
Yeah. I love him so much.
You only love him because he ate a cake.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is cute.
Think of
It is
the
cute.
dedication, the determination. The
hunger.
Yeah, 3/4 of the way, and he was able to stop. He
Yeah.
had some self-control. He said, I won't finish it.
That's exactly what it is. He was like, okay, I got to save some for the
Yeah.
rest of the family.
Yeah.
Hey, stick around. When we come back, we're learning more about a new literacy program just for kids.
And don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. Stream us live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. We're back after this.
Welcome back, 9:17. Thanks for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. Get ready to grab a book and read on because Charities for a special literacy-based community service initiative.
This morning, we're learning more about the program and how it helps kids in our community. For more, we're joined now by Annie Murphy and Linda Myers. Good morning to you both. Thank you for coming in.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Let's talk about it. This is such a very cool partnership. For somebody who's unfamiliar, give us a little overview.
Sure. So at Ronald McDonald House Charities of Rochester, we support families who have a critically ill or injured child and high-risk pregnant moms, providing lodging, meals, and transportation and other supportive services. Families never pay a penny to receive our supportive services, and that's really thanks to the generosity of our community. We're 85% philanthropically funded through generosity of the community, so we're always looking for new partnerships and new ways to connect with community partners. And the house with my team, and we had this idea, what if it's a literacy-based community service initiative? We came up with the name Kids Read for Kids. So it's really, we're encouraging reading, but also teaching children about giving back and the importance of community. And so I reached out to Linda. I'm also a Clem North parent, and Linda is as well. Our daughters, mine Frances and hers Julia, are in 4th grade together, and Linda's the vice chair of the PTSA. So I brought the idea to her in the fall, and she's been a champion for us ever since, and honestly co-created the program with us, and we launched in February. But basically children are reading, they're registering on a website, they're tracking their minutes, and hopefully connecting with friends and family for donations.
Yep. Linda, why was this so important? What was it about this idea, this project that you said, yes, let's do this?
And it's funny, I remember the moment when Andy brought it to me at a PTSA meeting, and I said, oh my gosh, we should definitely do this. It's reading, great for kids, it's community, it's connecting the two. The students are really excited about, I know my daughter loves to log her minutes every night and see how her total goes up, and I think the 50-50 partnership is just a wonderful opportunity that hopefully won't just be our school in the future, but maybe will be other schools in the Rochester area as well.
And it's got to feel great to see kids learn to love to read, because I think that that's something that not many people have. If they're not good at it, they don't like it immediately, but having that repetitiveness, it kind of, I don't know, I would imagine gives them a little bit of encouragement, right?
I do, and I think the fact that you can pledge per minute read or do a flat donation. But so for my daughter, her goal is 1,000 minutes, because she said, if mom's giving me 10 cents a minute and I read 1,000, you can earn more for the school and for the Ronald McDonald House.
Now, can a student get multiple pledges off of one read? I want to go for 1,000 minutes. I can get multiple people to sponsor me?
Yeah, so basically the total, however much you have at the end, that's multiplied by the minutes you read. You can put a cap.
Yes.
Okay,
so
sure.
If you do
that real
$1 a minute,
yeah.
you can cap it at $25 or $50, whatever it is, so that you don't go broke for these students that are reading like crazy over the month of February.
Because they are highly motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now we have, there's 490 students total. It's pre-K to 5th grade at Clem North, and so far 131 are registered and tracking their minutes, and we're really hoping to get more registered before February break, because we feel like once they're off, we want them reading, tracking. We're supported by Ronald McDonald House.
Really?
So it always brings it back, and I think it's just a beautiful community partnership. And as Linda mentioned, this is the first, but we would love to partner with other schools and districts and just see where it can go. And I think that this is something that'll stay with kids, especially those in like 3rd, 4th, and 5th, that they'll remember this, and that hopefully it, makes them think about helping out other people.
They'll be graduating college and putting on that first job application. I read 1,500 minutes over break in 4th grade.
Yeah.
I think this is an incredible idea. What's the approach to get other schools on board next year?
Well,
that's going to be all we need.
We're just, this visibility is really great for us, so thank you for that. We have connected with some districts, but I think now that we'll have 1 month under our belt, so this will conclude at the end of this month, and then I feel sort of share with the districts. So this is the website that we built. This is the welcome video that we made. these are the pieces, here's the calendar and the how-tos. And we've been able to sort of shift things as we're going because it's a little trial and error the first time, so that's for sure. But I think we will have a lot to show. And just to share, we're encouraging literacy and we're encouraging helping others. And I just think it's a win-win.
It doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't.
And our kids went home with a calendar, so they could track the minutes on their own before putting them online. A bookmark, little keep reading bookmark.
Yeah.
And then they're going home today or tomorrow with each student's going home with a book that was purchased by the PTSA. So just a little February break gift to encourage even a little more reading.
Hopefully.
Absolutely.
Very good. Thank you both so much for your time today. We appreciate it. Best of luck with the partnership, and best of luck to all the kids out there.
Yeah,
making
I
those
think
pledges.
a book club for summer maybe might be a good idea.
I love that idea.
I'm just putting it out there. Thank you
Would
again.
you like to join?
Yes.
You know, it's perfect for my reading level too. Thank you, Bo.
Time right now, 9:24. When we come back, some of the top stories we're following this Thursday morning.
We're back on the other side of the break.
Thursday morning, I'm Abby Fridman. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. New this morning, Rochester police tell us 2 juveniles were taken into custody overnight after some car windows were smashed and a chase followed suit. They say several car windows had been broken on Vassar and Thayer streets in the Park Avenue neighborhood. Shortly thereafter, they spotted a suspect vehicle which drove directly at a police sergeant's car, almost hitting it head on. A chase followed and ended on South Clinton Avenue when the suspect car hit an unoccupied parked car. The 2 juveniles were then taken into custody. This morning, Collins Correctional Facility, just south of Buffalo, remains on lockdown as officers conduct a full facility fritz. Lockdown stems from an incident when officers used force on an inmate who was allegedly trying to dispose of contraband. That situation yesterday escalated as other incarcerated individuals in the same dorm tried to intervene, prompting staff to de-escalate that conflict. According to the Department of Corrections, staff exited 3 dorms without incident. No hostages were taken. One corrections officer we spoke with says he thinks staffing shortages played a big role in this incident.
These members need to be at high alert. You know, you're dealing with, especially in a situation like this, you have to be able to think on your feet, and it's dire. And
has a minor injury. The longtime girlfriend of Brittany Drexel's killer is set to be sentenced today after admitting she lied to the FBI about her whereabouts the night of the Chi-Li teen's murder. Investigators say Angel Voss initially told police she was driving home to grab keys while Raymond Moody raped and killed Drexel in April 2009. She later claimed Drexel voluntarily joined them to use drugs. Moody, who confessed to Drexel's rape and murder in May 2022, detailed the events of that night. Voss pleaded guilty in September to 3 counts of lying to federal agents. Moody is currently serving a life sentence. A convicted sex offender now faces up to 25 years behind bars after pleading guilty to rape, production of child pornography, and gun possession. Kelvin Hunt previously pleaded guilty to kidnapping a 14-year-old girl and was sentenced just last month. Investigators found that when Hunt entered the home of the 14-year-old and raped her, he also took her cell phone and took sexually explicit photos of her. He'll be sentenced again in June. For these top stories and new developments, you can always visit 13wham.com. Stick around, Arc Rochester's back after this.
.31 this Thursday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Fridman. We still have another half hour to get to here on Arc, so we're going to start things off by looking ahead to an upcoming opportunity to get moving for a good cause.
Registration is now open for one fundraiser that's asking participants to climb, conquer, and cure.
Yeah, it is called The Big Climb, and it's raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. For more, we're joined now by Ariana Mendez and Sadie Schrauma. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Let's get right into it. The Big Climb. It sounds intimidating, but it's doable, right?
Yes, it's 24 flights of stairs, and once you get to the top, you can take the elevator down, so you don't have to climb back down after that.
Where did the idea for the Big Climb come from?
So it's been done all over the country so far. Rochester is the 12th city to host it, and it's to benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Very good. So 24 flights, yes. Is this something that is specifically taking place at a spot, or can people do this at their workplace, wherever?
Yep, so it's going to be at Innovation Square, downtown Rochester. We're going to climb up the 24 flights of stairs to Serendipity Labs.
All right. What happens once we get to the top?
When you get to the top, you get cheered and you get celebrated for finishing, and you get a medal.
And do we get an elevator ride down?
The elevator is right down.
Okay, I think that might be a concern for some people. You put the work in, you know, you deserve the prize. But I love that it goes to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Talk to us about the incredible work that happens there.
Sure, I can take that one. Yeah, so the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is the largest organization representing the treatments and ultimately find a cure. And then we also work to meet the needs of patients and their families today. That's my job. I cover our patient services, so I get to see how we're impacting patients every single day, and we meet needs through educational resources, emotional support, financial support, and just trying to be there every step of the way for people who are diagnosed.
I imagine that support is so needed during such a challenging time.
Sure. Well, and Ariana can speak to that as a survivor herself.
Yes, I'm a Hodgkin's lymphoma survivor. I was diagnosed January of 2023, and I was told I was in remission of August 2023. So
congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, the support's definitely needed. Even if you have the support of your family and your friends and all of that, you still kind of feel alone with your treatment and everything going on. So having the support of people that understand all that, like the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, is great.
So what does it mean when you find out that like all of these people come together to support the society? That's got to be extra special for you.
Oh yeah, it's a great feeling, and just to see everyone supporting you, and I feel like it gives you that push to feel better about yourself and feel better about what you're going through.
This is definitely not a small feat by any means, this challenge. How many people have signed up for it so far? Do we have a number?
I'm not sure.
I don't actually know the answer to that, because we just launched registration.
Okay.
The kickoff is tonight at 5 o'clock at Serendipity Labs in Innovation Square. So everyone's welcome to come. But it's brand new to Rochester, so we're not totally sure, but I know our
because I'm sure a lot of the people who are there for the kickoff will be taking part in the event. Do you think they're going to see this as like a training day for them and try and make the climb this afternoon?
Do it today? I mean, go for it if they want to.
If you want
Right?
to, yeah.
I don't know.
Have a
I would
start
need some time
time?
to prepare. But, if they want to go for
That's
it
a good
tonight, maybe
idea.
come early.
Yeah.
Come early, go halfway, and then take the elevator up the second half.
I love it. I love
And
that
you're
plan.
getting those steps in.
Yeah.
For real.
Right?
Great idea.
Get it done.
Thank you guys so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it. What would be your words of encouragement for somebody sitting at home thinking, I really want to do it, I'm just a little nervous?
Oh, I think that, that's what our patients are facing every day, right? Sometimes you have to do hard things, and everybody can do hard things, and so I would just encourage everyone to come out and give it a try, and you can go slow. It's okay.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't have to be timed. Doesn't have to be crazy. Just want to see you there.
One step at a time.
Yes.
Absolutely. For somebody sitting at home who cannot make it tonight, what website can we send them to if they want to sign up, they want to register, they want to take part and support this great organization?
They can go to lls.org/bigclimb.
Very
Perfect.
good. Thank you both so much for coming in. That information and much more will go over on foxrochester.com.
Hey, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're getting some tips on how you can keep your heart healthy through nutrition.
And don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. Stream us live on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel. Arc Rochester is back after this. February is Heart Health Month, and while we should always be keeping our eye on our cardiovascular health, now is the perfect time to put your plans into action.
It certainly is, and this morning we're learning more about how we can maintain a heart-healthy diet. For more, we're joined by our good friend, nutritionist Kelly Springer, and a special guest, Baker. Good morning. Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
Very
perfect.
good.
We can hear you now.
Oh, good. Perfect. So we are so excited to have Baker with us today. She is one of our employees at Kelly's Choice, but she's also going to be the Women of Impact for the American Heart Association this year. So we're so excited to have her with us. She's going to tell her story in just a minute. But we know that nutrition and getting out the message through education is truly going to help prevent heart disease. Did you know that 80% of heart disease is preventable through good nutrition and movement? That's a huge number.
Yeah, that's really incredible. I did not know that. I feel like whenever we talk about heart health, there are some shocking, sometimes alarming, and oftentimes enlightening statistics that would be really beneficial for people to know. Like that. I control 80% of it.
Yes, I just did a presentation. I think that is a huge thing to say, and that's why we have the Women of Impact to kind of share that message. And through nutrition, with getting fiber and vitamins and minerals and all these beautiful foods that you see in front of us, we truly have the power inside of us to heal our bodies and prevent heart disease. So I'll let Baker share a little bit more about her story.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I'm honored to be given this platform to, raise awareness about heart health. It's near and dear to my heart. On February 7th, 2022, I lost my father to a heart aneurysm, and it was very devastating to my family. So I'm incredibly honored. This year I am nominated for Women of Impact, and I get this opportunity to spread awareness and educate people on the signs and symptoms of heart failure. And obviously it's incredibly important, and signs can go really under the radar. Mm-hmm. And this is what happened, unfortunately, but I'm here to make people, have the education they need to get the help they need and really save our hearts. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Baker. And as a member of the American Heart Association board, it's really fun to see what we're doing in the community. And at Kelly's Choice, we're able to see people and give them that precision nutrition with registered dietitians advice so that they can live the happiest, healthiest life.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the foods you have in front of you right now that people can just incorporate into their diet every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we first have this apple cucumber salad. It's light, fresh, full of fiber, which I love that word. Fiber truly is the key to lowering your cholesterol levels and truly preventing heart disease. This is great because it has apples, which I'm a big fan of New York State apples, provides antioxidants, and the cucumbers are hydrating and refreshing. But we know Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so we brought something sweet. Baker actually made these last night. These are apple strawberry crumble bars, and they are truly have a health twist. So these are healthier by using whole grains, healthy fats, and we're going to put both of these recipes right on our Instagram at Kelly's Choice _nutrition. So if you go there, you're going to find these recipes, and we'll also be putting where you can find Baker and donate to this amazing cause.
I would imagine for our viewers sitting at, I want to eat some of those bars right now because they look absolutely delicious. But I would imagine this is just such a small sliver of the incredible variety of foods we could be eating on a daily basis to really take control of our heart health.
You are correct. It's not just one thing. And I think in America, we go towards that one thing, but it really truly is fiber, nutrients, vitamins, antioxidants, omega-3s, which are good, healthy fats, unsaturated and poly fats. It gets into lean protein sources. So this is where it is complex. It's a big story to tell, and being able to break it down into little segments as we do at Kelly's Choice makes it easy for people to understand, have goal setting, and truly help to put that into place when they are feeding their families.
Definitely reassuring. I'm assuming for so many people out there who are maybe feeling a little panicked. You know,
Sure.
honestly, that statistic that you shared right at the beginning was eye-opening for me. You
Mhm.
know, when I think of heart health, I think of my grandparents and my parents and, you know, how genetics can play a role in all of that. So definitely comforting, I would say. And, you know, good ideas to incorporate into our
100%. Kelly, again, for somebody sitting at home, or Baker, either of you, where can we go to get these recipes and learn more?
Go to Kelly's Choice _nutrition on Instagram. You're also going to find tons of information on kellyschoice.org. And to find Baker, you just need to go to.
So it's goredforwomen.org. And then if you type my name in, if you'd like to donate to this incredible cause, we appreciate it. It goes towards educating people and just spreading the awareness that's much needed in today's world. So also, we're going to put the link below.
Yes.
Thank you.
And it's Baker, Baker, in the state of New York, and she'll pop right up.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you both so much this morning. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Time right now, 9:46. When we come back, we're taking a closer look at the origins of Galentine's Day.
ARC Rochester returns after this. (9:48). If you did not know, today is Galentine's Day, a special day to gather with friends, pop some champagne, and celebrate the power of friendship, Abigail.
Yeah, so if this is the first time that you're hearing about this holiday, we're going to be breaking down the origins and ways you can celebrate.
Okay, so let's dive right in. February 13th, Galentine's Day. It's defined as a traditional day for women, but it's widely embraced and participated by all genders.
Yeah.
Everybody likes this.
Yeah, it's a day to honor your close relationships that aren't necessarily romantic.
Now, surprisingly, the term Galentine's Day first introduced in 2010, and it all comes from an episode of Parks and Recreation.
Romance. But February 13th, Galentine's Day, is about celebrating lady friends. It's wonderful, and it should be a national holiday. It should be a national holiday. Dear Congress, it's Leslie again. February 14th, Valentine's Day, is about romance. But February...
Leslie Knope, Parks and Recreation. She was worked in the Parks and Recreation department.
Yeah.
That show on NBC for several years. Very funny comedy.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
One of those that you just can watch any time of year, and it's like a comfort show. You know, you just put it on.
Absolutely, 100%. So let's dive back in. The show continued to make it a recurring topic in yearly episodes in 2012, then in 2014. By 2016, the word really started to become a national trend, and even international people started taking part.
Yeah. So according to Google searches, Missouri ranked #1 in searching for Galentine's Day celebrations, followed by Virginia, Louisiana, Colorado, and Arizona.
Where does New York fall on that list, I
don't
wonder?
know.
Major retailers, including Walmart and Target, had Galentine's Day merchandise, including gifts, cards, and branded candy. Okay, so listen, my question is, now here's another question to throw at you, Ashley. Is the writer of Parks and Recreation getting anything off of coining the phrase Galentine's Day?
It's a good question.
Because you've got who the one guy we talked about last week about three-peat.
Yes.
That was a coined phrase, and he was going to make some ridiculous amount of money if the announcers at the Super Bowl had to use that phrase. I feel like Mike Schur or whomever.
Just in my research,
Okay.
they do not get paid.
Wow.
It does not benefit the creators of Parks and Rec or NBC.
Wow.
No one.
Nobody. You know who it benefits? Society.
It does.
It does. Money. She would want people to be happy.
Yes, this is true.
Amy Poehler, on the other hand, whew,
Yeah.
she'd want the money. She watches, don't worry.
Big fan of the show. Activity-wise, brunch is the most traditional way for people to celebrate Galentine's Day.
Some people, though, choose to have movie nights, sleepover, spa trips, go ice skating, host cooking lessons. Really, no activity is off limits. If you can dream it, you can do it. Kind of like this show.
Kind of like the show. Yeah. Whatever you want it to be.
Whatever you want it. It is whatever you want it to be.
The only rule of thumb is that you spend your Galentine's Day celebrating your friends. No significant others allowed.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my question, though. You get invited to a Galentine's Day event, and your significant other is friends with.
See, I'm actually in this situation right now.
Do you put up caution tape? What do you do?
They just don't participate in the activity, I would imagine. They just go do their own thing.
So they're not allowed to attend, then, is what you're saying?
Different rooms.
Oh,
Right?
Oh, okay. So like you'll all get together, and then the spouses will go and
Like, come on over. We're all having dinner. The girls are having dinner, and the guys go hang in the basement and play video games. Or
drink their
whatever.
scotch and smoke their cigars.
Your friends are classier than mine, like beer and whatever.
Beyond friendship, it can also be celebrated by self-love and empowerment, taking the time to appreciate the people who lift you up in life. I like that.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Yes, it is. This actually has some depth to it.
Yeah.
A little bit of gravity with Galentine's Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so plan your perfect Galentine's Day. What is it? What's it include?
Well,
Dinner at the melting pot?
I do like the melting pot. Nothing wrong with that.
Fondue?
Well, we're getting, my girlfriends and I are getting together tonight, and we're hanging out. And we have a tarot card reader.
Really?
Yes, that is what we're doing.
Wait, tonight? You have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, it's early.
What time?
It's like 6:30.
That's what time you're getting together?
Well, no, that's what time my tarot reading is.
Okay.
That's my scheduled slot, and then after that, I can go home and go to bed. They're very considerate.
Oh,
They
not. They're not coming to your house.
No.
Okay.
No, it's
okay.
At my
Good.
friend's house. Yes. So that's what we're doing. We're having pizza. We're gonna have some wine. We're gonna hang out,
Nice.
and that's what we're doing. And
I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm just gonna wine and dine myself and go to bed.
You should. That's a great way to celebrate.
I think it is. Hey, stick around. When we come back, our final thoughts this morning.
Our Rochester's back after this.
Before our final thoughts, Abigail, we did get a very nice email. Someone took our instructions and ran with them. Peter, thank you for your thoughtful words and putting thought into that email. We will take all of that into consideration, my friend.
A big shout out to Peter.
Yeah.
Emailing, what was it?
news@13wham.com.
Yeah, send us your thoughts, feelings, and opinions as long as they're kind.
Yeah, we have no issue with the kind ones.
Yeah.
It's the ones that are not so kind that we take issue with. Hey, that does it for us. This other channel, what is it?
13 Wham ABC. That's where you can find much more live local news later today. 13 Wham News at midday. We'll see you then.
Have a good one.